Good afternoon, friends. Important video on recent change by notification number 40/2021. Central taxes dated 29th of December 2021. First one. Due date for filing GSTR 9 and 9C for financial year 2021 now extended from 31st December 2021 to 28th of February 2022. In my humble submission, whenever we demand the extension of due date, it has ramification in other provision under the GST law. Instead of demanding extension of due date, we must pray and ask for waiver of late fees. If due date for filing annual return get extended, then it also gives wide power, extended time period in the hands of officer for issuance of so-called notice or order under section 73 non-fraud cases, section 74 fraud cases. So my submission, we should demand waiver of late fees instead of demanding extension of due date. Coming to the second point. There are certain change as was proposed in Finance Bill 2021. You know that got notified by notification number 39/2021 effective from January 1, 2022. One of the change pertaining to GST input tax credit. When you as a buyer recipient availing credit on the basis of invoice and debit note, then such invoice and debit note must be furnished by the supplier in his outward supply in form GSTR 1, and it must be communicated to the recipient. Now the question which is evolving now, what would be the impact of Rule 36 sub Rule 4 of CGST rule, which got notified on 9th of October 2019, where provisional credit was available even though invoice or debit note is not being furnished by the supplier in its GSTR 1. So initially there was capping of 20%, reduced to 10% on 1st January 2020, then to 5% from 1st January 2021. Now this Rule 36 sub Rule 4 is getting substituted by this notification 40/2021. And as per substituted Rule 36 sub Rule 4, now no GST input tax credit would be available to the recipient, to the buyer, on such invoice or debit note which is not furnished by the supplier in his outward supply in form GSTR 1. And this invoice or debit note furnished in outward supply either by the monthly filer in its GSTR 1 or being furnished through invoice furnishing facility to quarterly return filer. So it is must that such invoice and debit note must be furnished by the supplier in its GSTR 1, either through monthly filing of GSTR 1 or through invoice furnishing facility. And it must be communicated in form GSTR 2B. So dispute watch when buyer is availing credit, recipient is availing credit, and supplier is filing invoice and debit note in its GSTR 1, that gets auto-populated in two forms. One is GSTR 2A, another one is GSTR 2B. GSTR 2A is the dynamic form, continuously updated. And GSTR 2B is a static statement of ITC getting auto-populated on 14th of next month. So those who are filing monthly GSTR 1 by 11th of next month, and those who are quarterly filer through invoice furnishing facility 13th of next month gets auto-populated in GSTR 2B, which is static statement for credit to be availed by the recipient of goods or services. Dispute was which relevant form is important, GSTR 2A or 2B. Now it is being stated in that rule 36 sub rule 4, which got substituted, now effective from January 1, 2022. Buyer has to check GSTR 2B and reconcile his credit from GSTR 2B. Having said that, one dispute which is coming out in the market, what happened? If I'm importing goods and paying IGST on bill of entry, or maybe reverse charge liability for import of services, that is not getting auto-populated in GSTR 2B. How do I going to avail credit? How this credit would be available to me? This is the question which is debated, and now I'm getting from the trade. So this video will help you. Yes, it is being stated now that credit would be dependent on GSTR 2B, but please note, when you're availing credit in GSTR 3B under table 4A, one is import of goods. When you're importing goods and filing bill of entry and paying IGST along with other custom duty, IGST credit is available. If it is not getting auto-populated in your GSTR 2B and maybe import of services, table 4A 2 of GSTR 3B, you're paying reverse charge liability in cash, and let's say it's not getting auto-populated in your GSTR 2B, what you will do? My simple answer to all of you would be, where you are paying the reverse charge liability on import of services or other reverse charge liability which you are procuring within domestic market but liable for the reverse charge as per notification number 13/2017 for services, 4/2017 for goods, then in such cases, an import of goods where you are filing bill of entry, if it is not getting auto-populated in GSTR 2B, do not worry about. As per me, this credit is available. You should avail the credit if you are not finding this is auto-populated. To that extent, I need clarification from CBIC at the earliest that they are entitled to avail credit. And as per my submission, credit would be available to you with no worry. On import of goods, bill of entry is the eligible document for availing credit. Import of services or reverse charge liability within India transaction as per specified notification which I referred. If you are paying the liability and if it is not getting auto-populated in GSTR 2B, you must avail credit. Government need to clarify this issue. Having said that, one more point. What happened for a lot of dispute and notices sent by the department for mismatch of credit which is availed in GSTR 3B versus GSTR 2A or 2B prior to January 1, 2022. In my humble submission, if I look at the subclause AA which got notified effective from January 1, 2022 and which is prospective clause, not the retrospective clause, legal interpretation would be my credit was not dependent on 2A or 2B prior to January 1, 2022. Now it is notified effective from January 1, 2022. Then I can say buyer recipient has to reconcile and match his credit, and that too from GSTR 2B because of substituted rule 36 sub rule 4. as per notification 40/2021, but I said if you are finding some credit amount which is not getting auto-populated on import of goods, import of services, RCM, then you should take the credit. Government need to clarify by way of circular. This video is mainly focusing on these 2 pointers. Lot of changes are happening in GST. We have created lot many videos on different topics getting change from January 1, 2022. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch those videos. Since we are on the verge of New Year, January 1, 2022, I'm taking this opportunity to wish each one of you a great success, lot of joy, happiness in New Year 2022. Happy New Year to all of you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and keep guiding and blessing us at all time. Thank you. Thank you very much.